up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Phil and today I'm going to be going over what I've done to my CB1100 to make it more like a cafe racer. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I needed to do to change this and make it look more like a cafe is I put on these clip-on handlebars. They're from Paolo Tarozzi. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But basically they clip on straight to the forks. And they also have the ability to tilt, which a lot of them are just straight, and once you hook them on, that's exactly how they're positioned. These give you the ability to get the tilt going down as well, which is somewhat dangerous because if it's not tight enough and you hit a bump or something, you know, you could collapse and that's probably a bad idea on your bike. But, you know, just make sure you crank all those bolts down and it shouldn't be going anywhere. So yeah, that was the number one thing we put on. I do wish that I could get them to come in a little closer because right now it's pretty wide out still. And reason being that when the kickstand's down and the forks come over and lay to the side, you don't want your controls to be touching your tank or scratching it up by any means. So right now, if you can see, it's literally maybe 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters away from the controls from the tank, and that's both sides. So it's literally the closest I could get it without it touching. I think maybe in the future I'm going to try to limit this turn radius so that it maybe stops here, and that will give me the ability to bring it in a little more, making it a little more comfortable to ride along the period of time. The second thing I put on was the mirrors. These kind of had to go with the handlebars, kind of that cafe look. I got these on Amazon. I think they were like $10 or $15. They're metal, but they're pretty cheap. They just go into the side of the handlebar here, tighten down, which expands the interior and holds onto it. They do slip here and there. They do just kind of fall off, and I'll just put them back. But for 10 or 15 bucks, I mean, you can't beat that. Third thing is I wrapped all 4 exhaust headers in the heat wrap, little exhaust heat wrap. It was black. You can kind of see it's already faded. I've been riding it for a few months now. Not sure if I can just get that back to black or I just kind of leave it how it looks. It doesn't look bad. It's, you know, it's a cafe racer. It's supposed to be dirty. It's supposed to, you know, have that kind of character to it. So we'll see. If you guys have any tips on how to keep that black or get it back to black, let me know in the comments. I definitely think it adds a lot to the bike, just wrapping those up. You can wrap them all the way down to the back. We did take them off to wrap them. I'm not really sure if you do. It's a lot easier. It's harder to take them off. The hardest part is getting them back on because sometimes they're, you know, it's 4 of them, so you have to match up all 8 of the bolts that go in. So there's a little bit of challenge to get it back on with the tape already wrapped around, but I think it made it easier to take them off, so definitely suggest it. Another thing you can't see on this side, but the exhaust muffler. I literally just got a straight pipe. I took this fat muffler off because it was so quiet, you would start the bike and you'd barely even hear it. So for me, that's kind of a concern because one, I want people to hear me when I'm on the road, and if I'm next to them in their blind spot or something like that, they know I'm there because I'm loud. And it's not aggressively loud now with what I got. It was literally just a straight pipe I got on eBay. I'll have to look up exactly what it was, but I believe it was just a generic straight pipe that fit this exhaust. Just black, and it makes it sound amazing. You know, a lot of people say you put a straight pipe on a bike, it sounds like a tin can or something like that, but I think this sounds great. It has a lot of the backfires still when you kind of let go of the gas. Yeah, I love that feature. I think it was maybe 50 or 60 bucks, so it was great. And that's kind of the majority of the things I've done. What I really want to do is the seat, get a cafe seat on here, get the fender eliminator because it looks so bad. All the kits I found online for this bike for the fender eliminator are like $500, $300 to $500, which is an absurd amount of money for a piece of metal with a couple holes in it, which is literally all it is. But I have a good buddy who's an aluminum manufacturer over here, and I'm gonna hit him up and see if he can build me a little brake light tube in the back here to kind of get rid of all this fender eliminator, have the tail lights on there, the blinkers, and then maybe mount the license plate down by the wheel. I think that would look really cool. And then obviously the seat needs to be like a brown cafe seat. And I've seen a lot out there, also a little pricey, but with due time I'll get one of those here as well. And that's pretty much all I've done. I'm working on right now, I'm putting a little cell phone mount in the front. I haven't figured it out because the one I bought, I didn't even pay attention, but it's supposed to mount onto a handlebar. But I don't have any handlebars because I eliminated this whole top and just clipped them onto the side. So now I just have these two holes here in the fork frame. I'm not sure what you call this, but to work with. So I kind of put this little ball ram bolt, I believe it's called, so I could clip on the cell phone mount, but it just doesn't really hold. So if you guys have any ideas how to mount a cell phone holder or one of those grab mounts, just with one of these big old holes, let me know. I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was a little more informative on what I've done to the CB1100. I know you guys have all been wanting to know. Given the last video I posted, I didn't really get much into the details. Make sure you like and subscribe. Plenty more updates to come. And let me know if you have any cool ideas for me for this bike or any suggestions. Peace out.